everyone, my name's Sherry. By day, I'm a software developer, and my nights and weekends, I try to fix up and DIY my house. Today, we're going to be talking about the Daybed that's right behind me. My main reason for wanting to make this project is because my dog, come here. It's because my dog River likes to look out windows, and it's very hard for him to look out this window because it's about 2 feet off the ground. And the second reason is because my mother-in-law was coming to stay with us for a while and there was no place for her to sleep. So I decided to make this guy. Now I did make the base for it and the mattress for it. So I'll be going through that today. And that's it, let's get started. So please ignore my terrible drawing skills, but this is essentially what I wanted it to look like. I wanted some storage underneath to store extra bedding or other boxes for my office, and then wheels underneath so I can move it around if I wanted to. And I wanted it to have a lip to make sure the mattress stays in place. I did make this one time before, a similar design, but I used plywood, lattice boards, and 1-inch square dowels to help support it. And it was not the most stable thing. My niece wanted to sleep on it one night and she was leaning over the edge of it, and the lattice board, which was keeping the mattress part in place, just broke off. So I wanted it to be a little bit more stable this time. So I'm using 1x4s, 1x16s for the back and sides, and a 1x12 to help support the center of it. I wanted to paint it green so I could match the rest of the walls and have it blend in a little bit. Now I did need to paint this 2 to 3 times because the wood just soaked up all of the paint and it turned it into almost a matte finish. So I painted it a 3rd time to get that kind of satin quality that I have for the rest of the room. For the assembly, one of the main things I did was make sure that I have pilot holes drilled because I didn't want to split the wood after having painted it 3 times. I am probably adding more screws than I actually needed. I kind of liked the look of it because it looks a little bit more industrial, having that many screws. Kind of like how you have the upholstery that has the nail head around the edges. It kind of has that effect at the end, which I think is cool. I am making a mistake right now that I'm going to be fixing in a little while. But all of those holes that I drilled on the edge, I don't need all of them. I just need them for one side. So, my bad. So here's a trick I've used many times. If you are trying to assemble a piece of furniture and you don't have another set of hands, I usually use some boxes or a bag or a chair or something to hold up the piece of wood I'm trying to screw together. It's a lot faster and less frustrating process. I went through like maybe 2 packs of screws just on this project. It's ridiculous. I must have spent at least an hour just screwing in all these screws. So here are these wheels that I decided to use. I actually might be moving them from where they are currently positioned because the outer wheels, it's hard to lock them in place and then scoot it into the spot that I wanted to because it is a very tight fit. I made this just to fit the space between the wall and a bookcase, and that space is almost exactly 6 feet. Well, it's a 6 feet and a few inches, and this comes out to be exactly 6 feet. So that little extra space from the wheels just being slid around, I've had to like awkwardly step over it to try to turn just the wheel just to get the bed into place. So this top board is where the mattress is going to sit at. When I was first cutting the boards, I accidentally didn't take into account the front frame board that I was going to be added in. So I was going to try to make this in a day, assemble it in a day, and that didn't work out. And this is the second day of assembly. So it's hard to see, but what I'm trying to do is add in these 1x2s all around the bottom edge of where the mattress boards are going to be like laying on top of, just to give it that extra support. So unlike version 1 where you sit on it and it bowed a little bit, that was not the best idea. So I wanted to make sure everything was fully supported this time, and like you could almost jump on this thing and it wouldn't even budge. So this front part you're probably seeing is like a little bit lower than the other edges. That's because whenever you sit on the edge of the mattress, like it compresses a little bit, and I didn't want this hard board like cutting into the side of your legs. So I messed up a little bit. One thing, I drew too many holes on the sides, just running on autopilot. I didn't cut the sides exactly as long as I should, so I got some spacers. I measured like the distance that would be needed to make this board straight. And I didn't paint all the edges, so I'm gonna do that now. Lock you. Lock you. Lock you. That should work. So I'm really scared of these just splitting and me having to go cut more. So I'm using a drill bit that's smaller than the screw to drill a pilot hole and then screw it back in. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to use some spackling because I just need it to kind of like blend in with the wood. I don't need it to hold any screws or anything, so I'm not too worried about it. Been a few days. I am going to sand down the spackle that I put in all the holes and then paint it up a little bit. You are a brave one. No. So the foam I got for the mattress, I I didn't order the correct width. So my plan is, I got a 24 by 24 foam that matches the thickness, and I'm gonna try to cut it up to match like the width I want. I got a drywall saw. Hope it's gonna be enough, but we shall see. So total width I want is 31, and what I already have is 24. 8, 6, 7 inches. 7, 14, 21. So 7, 14, 21. Oh God, oh God, it's everywhere. I feel like I'm filleting something. Alright, I got some several-year-old multi-purpose spray adhesive that's supposed to be good for bonding wood, metal, acrylic, foam, fabric, polypropylene, and PVC, so this should work. Spray onto one side, let dry until tack, and join. Alright, so let's just do it to both surfaces, because I don't know about stuff that's on there. It's probably going to come off. Okay, it's been 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and flip this guy around. Without touching that end. And stick them. Okay, yeah, that sticks. Oh no, my deck's kind of sticky now. Oh, why didn't I do that so I could? Oh well. What? You're not actually 6 feet. Okay, another 7 minutes. This is the 2-inch topper. Hoping with this one I can just cut it with some scissors. Alright. It's a little thick, but mattress. Voila. If you didn't know, dust mites are everywhere. So since dust mites are everywhere, I tend to use hyperallergenic pillowcase covers and mattress covers because that's pretty much where the dust mites like thrive, in like a moist, dark environment. And they'll get into your mattress and they'll feast on all of your sweat, BO, skin cells, and a case like this stops your own skin cells from getting into the mattress, and it stops dust mites from getting into your mattress. If you've ever had a mattress for a long time and like realized it got really heavy, it's because there's dust mites in there and dust mite droppings and your own essence. I don't know. So that's why old mattresses are a lot heavier, and if you ever try to get rid of them, they're considered a biohazard. So, FYI. So I got some sheet suspenders, I guess that's what you call them, because the sheets that I have are supposed to fit a regular twin. Mine is just like a few inches short of a twin. Okay, I've done this once before, and it just barely fits. So that's all we have for today. I have had it for several weeks now, and my mother-in-law said it was pretty good, but it was a little bit on the stiff side. So if I were to do it again, I would probably do less of the high density foam, probably do more of the blue foam on top, which is like the memory foam. Other than that, it's working out great. When my husband does lay on it, his feet kind of hang off the edge, but it is only 6 feet long, so it's good for us short people. And that's all I got. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.